Hello, in this video we will talk about beta oxidation. This is in the lipid metabolism. This is also an essay question. Very important. In the past 35 years, this has come for 10 times. This is very important question, okay? We will try to identify introduction, what is the process or the mechanism and the applied aspect. So, what do you mean by beta oxidation? Generally, it is the oxidation of what? Beta carbon. But see here, in the body there are many fatty acid oxidations out of which beta is common. Alpha omega is there, okay, but that's not important for us right now. Important, we have to focus on beta oxidation, okay. So it occurs partly in the cytosol and the mitochondria, just like our urea cycle. Like what I said in urea cycle, some enzymes in the mitochondria, some in the cytosol, okay. Now what is beta oxidation? The first, what are the stages? First is activation of fatty acid in the cytosol, okay, and then carnitine shuttle, and then third is beta oxidation proper. Under that we have deoxidation, hydration, oxidation, and cleavage. So we will get into the details. So the fatty acid on thiokinase, ATP AMP, magnesium will get acyl adenylate, okay, or fatty acyl CoA directly also. Then acyl adenylate on acetyl CoA to CoA SH, we will get acyl CoA or fatty acyl CoA. No need to mention fatty, just acyl CoA is sufficient. Now it enters the carnitine shuttle. So what is happening in the carnitine shuttle? I would like to remind you before that, carnitine itself can be for short notes. Okay. So in the short notes of carnitine, it is important that we should mention this cycle and the biosynthesis of carnitine, which we will see under the lysine metabolism, okay, at a later stage. Now, what is happening in the carnitine shuttle? In the cytosol, acyl CoA, which was from the activation, combines with carnitine to form acyl carnitine, CoA SH is separated out. Now, from the cytosol, it goes to the mitochondria through CAT receptor, that is carnitine acyltransferase receptor. You can see that here, this one, carnitine acyl transferase, okay. Now acyl carnitine is there. Now it has entered our mitochondria. Now in the mitochondria, exactly reverse of what I said in the cytosol. That's it. So we'll get back acyl CoA and carnitine. Now carnitine through the CAT receptor once again comes back to the cytosol from the inner mitochondrial membrane, okay. Now acyl CoA will going to start beta oxidation proper. So we'll try to identify beta oxidation proper. So acyl CoA on dehydrogenase, FAD plus to FADH2, actually it should be 1.5 ATP in the ETC. We will get an intermediate, that is alpha beta unsaturated acyl CoA. Then on hydratase, water is added, okay, we'll get beta hydroxy acyl CoA. Then on dehydrogenase, NAD plus to NADH2, 2.5 ATP in the ETC, and in place of hydroxy we'll get keto. So one is important. So in place of hydroxy, just write keto. The rest is same. Enough. Then we have thiolase for cleavage. Now, okay. So there is a cleavage reaction. Thiolase enzyme will get acyl CoA and acetyl CoA. So acetyl CoA enters TCA cycle, is an end product of beta oxidation, enters ketogenesis and cholesterol biosynthesis. Acyl CoA undergoes the cycle for 7 times, okay, and in the TCA cycle, acetyl CoA generates 10 ATP. Now, let us get into the energetics. So what is it? So we have 8 acetyl-CoA into 10 will get 80 ATPs, and as I already told, 1.5 FADH2 and 2.5 NADH2. Multiply both with 7 will get 10.5, 17.5, and minus 2 because utilized in cytosol. Total is 106 because see 80, 10.5, 17.5. Total is 108. 2 in the cytoplasm, so 106. Now, applied aspect, we have CPT1 and 2 deficiency, SIDS, Jamaican vomiting sickness, methylmalonic acidemia, and the beach oxidation in peroxisomes. So CPT1 and 2 deficiency. CPT1 is in the liver, CPT2 in the skeletal muscle. What happens here? The clinical features: hypoglycemia, vomiting, coma, and if severe, it leads to death. Next is SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. It is a sudden absence of MCAD enzyme, medium chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase, in a healthy infant. Then Jamaican vomiting sickness. It is the consumption of ackee fruit. Which has hypoglycin A. It leads to hypoglycemia, coma, and death. And then we have methylmalonic acidemia. Okay, that means in the blood methylmalonic acid is more. Let us see how is it produced. See now, we have propionyl-CoA on ATP, biotin, and CO2. Simple mnemonic to remember: ABC. A for ATP, B for biotin, and C for CO2. Now, this is forming dimethylmalonyl-CoA. So on racemase, just the letter D is replaced with L. The rest all is same. Okay. Then in B12 deficiency, cobalamin will get methylmalonic acid. Then on mutase enzyme, we'll get succinyl-CoA. This is ready to start Krebs cycle and also heme synthesis. Think, why am I saying heme synthesis? Glycine and succinyl-CoA forms delta-aminolevulinic acid. First step. In glycine also, we'll see the same thing once again. And then beat oxidation in peroxisomes. If this is not happening, it causes Zellweger syndrome. So it will result in the early death of the infant. It is also called as cerebrohepatorenal syndrome. What is cerebro? Cerebrum of the brain. Hepato is the kidney. Sorry, hepato is the liver. Renal is the kidney. Okay. So you can see the reaction. FADH2 is reduced to FAD plus with the equivalent. Oxygen forms hydrogen peroxide. Here, hydrogen peroxide on catalase is forming water and half oxygen. This is the thing. Now, the references from where I took the images: the Satyanarayana Biochemistry 3rd edition and the Vasudevan 6th edition of Biochemistry. So that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.